So welcome to Keto on the Couch with Rachel and Joe.
I'm Rachel.
And I'm Joe.
And we are
Two Crazy Ketos. And this is a series where we just pretty much talk about what's going on in our lives for the week. So we sit here on the couch and we have a conversation about things that we're excited about, problems that are happening in our lives, what we ate for the week, and we answer questions and comments from you guys.
Yeah.
Did you have a good week?
It was an awesome week. It was weird, though, not having, like, some bizarre challenge, like only eggs.
Well, we did kind of have a challenge because we started doing a little bit stricter intermittent fasting, like going longer. We've been doing, like 16, 18. I think most of our days we were doing like 20 to 24 hour fasts.
That Life app
is awesome.
Has kept me accountable.
I really like it, except for what happens is that I forget, I forget to stop it. And then I have to go back and change it. Or more often, I forget to start the new fast.
Oh.
So, I stop it when we eat. And then, 3 hours, 4 hours later, I'm like, ooh, I forgot to start the new fast. So I have to, you can fortunately, backtrack it a little bit.
We have done a lot of, intermittent fasting.
Yep.
But I didn't realize how much leverage I gave myself until we started using the app. And then having this community of people to kind of talk to and chat with.
And just encourage.
Has been really nice. And they've been very vulnerable. Some people are it's not all, Rachel's doing great. Sometimes it's Rachel's struggling or Rachel's having a hard time because, other people will share, man, I've got another hour left on this fast, and I'm really having a hard time with this last 60 minutes. And I love that vulnerability.
Yeah.
That honesty. And so it's really kept me tracking properly because when I want to sneak and I'm like, oh, we're in the ballpark. I'm so close. It's only 30 more minutes. I could eat right now. I remember... And I think about the people who are
well, we even did
honest.
One of the crate reviews the other day, and we had to wait until we were close to our thing because we usually try one thing.
Yeah.
So by the time we were done reviewing the crate, we were beyond our 18-hour window. But a lot of our days turned out to be 22 hours, 24-hour fast. It wasn't intentional. It was more of a scheduling thing. It was...
Yeah. So
I tried one day to eat before a game, and Anthony will tell you, I was so lethargic. I will never, try to consume... 1,200 calories, 2
right
hours before
you
a game.
go on a
That
game.
will never happen again.
Well, I just really appreciate the accountability that it provides. There's no judgment. It's just it feels like you're part of a community.
Right.
Feel like you're not alone in this.
I do want to say, I had a great week. Things were good. It was hectic. It was a hectic week with, it was the last week of lacrosse, or this week is just some playoff games.
Yeah.
But it was the last full week where we had to work a whole bunch of games. So we had 2 and 3 games every single day. But I am looking forward to having some days off.
Yeah, it'll be nice.
I really am.
Of course, you say that the second this is over, you're going to be like, I miss lacrosse season.
In 2 weeks, I'm going to be like, now what do I do? But I plan on focusing a lot more on spending some of my extra time on Two Crazy Ketos, and I've got some stuff I want to do for church for the future.
Yeah.
But we got this really cool package.
The most beautiful thing ever.
We had the 500 subscriber giveaway.
Yes.
And Jim Kuhn won, right? Kuhn. And it turns out that him and his wife own a stained glass company.
Yes.
It's called Jim and M Stained Glass, and they're in Michigan.
And his wife's name's Emily.
Emily.
And they've both been on the keto diet for a significant amount of time. And
I'm gonna put their information
had
on the up on the screen or down below.
Amazing weight loss.
But they sent us the most gorgeous piece of stained glass. Look at this.
Absolutely beautiful. I don't even know if
that
the camera is
awesome.
Capturing.
I don't think a camera's going to capture the light.
Doesn't do it justice. It is
this
gorgeous.
This is gorgeous. Thank you so much, guys. This is incredible.
And of course, they have no way of knowing this, but we're huge stained glass fans.
What did we eat this week?
You made ribs earlier in the week. The country ribs that are super fatty.
Right.
They're delicious. But you need 2 of them, and that's a huge meal.
Yeah, so on last, I guess it was Sunday or Monday, we made ribs and chicken thighs. But they were the regular, but we made baby back ribs.
Yeah.
I made ribs and chicken thighs, and we had broccoli, and we had the red cabbage sauerkraut. Mm-hmm. That was really good.
That was good. So you made country ribs and those were awesome. But the next day, you made a fathead crust pizza.
Yep.
You know that recipe so easy, Rachel can do it. And
the link is up here.
It still stings. It may be true, but it still stings. And topped it with the pork.
Yeah, I didn't put any cheese on it. I made it, and then we put just like a quarter of a cup of tomato sauce, and then I put the shredded pork on top and some ricotta cheese, and then I think a little bit of cheddar cheese, if I remember right.
I just remember thinking to myself, when he like brought it in and like hands you the plate and you're like, oh, thanks, because I'm like,
it was good.
That's not gonna taste right. It was awesome.
I've got like a shine on my head, and I'm like all red. I don't know why.
Make a wish, everybody.
So what else did we have? Believe it or not, after an entire week of eggs, I made eggs this week. I made the egg casserole.
Yeah.
And then I had egg loaf.
So I think
that's how I like eggs. I like to mix it with stuff.
It's funny. Okay, so you do like eggs, but it's your rebel spirit that is telling me, don't tell me that I can only have eggs.
It's not my rebel spirit. It was that I could only have eggs with nothing with it. I will eat eggs every day if I can eat it with some broccoli and some peppers and some onions and some others. It was eggs and nothing with it. So speaking of our egg challenge, somebody at church today came up to me who watches our channel, and he was like, thank you very much. You did that egg challenge, and now my wife is forcing me to do the same thing. My refrigerator is loaded with eggs, and I'm not looking forward to this. He's like, I can deal with 1 egg, maybe 2 eggs. But he's like, this is ridiculous.
I know. I was like, I couldn't make eye contact when I was like, have a great week. Because, like, I know he's in the same position you're in.
And he's also the cook, too. He's like me. He does all the cooking.
So it's like he has to cook it, and he's got to have, like, way more eggs than she does.
He's not happy with us over the egg challenge.
By the way, we did find out that their kiddos, who we absolutely love, watch our channel during the week. So they're either going to school and watch us on their way to school, or sometimes we help put them to sleep at night. So
that's always nice to know that my videos put you to sleep.
Yeah, no, for the littlest ones. So if you are on your way to school, have a great day at school. Let's wave to them. Have a great day at school. We love you. And if you're going to bed, good night. Sleep tight. Have a great sleep.
Great sleep.
So
another thing as a result of that egg challenge, I haven't had vegetables in a while.
Is this going to be a TMI thing?
It's been a few weeks because we were doing all these weird challenges.
You had carnivore.
All of it had carnivore.
And then eggs.
Then we had eggs. And all of a sudden my body was like, it's time to clean out.
Welcome back. It's like, yeah, welcome back, Cotter.
I've enjoyed my vegetables. We haven't even had a lot. We just had salad a couple of days. You know what I really enjoyed was getting back to my dressings, and we had bought like those things of raw milk blue cheese.
Oh my goodness.
And so I've been crumbling it on our salads.
I have thoroughly enjoyed that.
Yeah, that stuff was awesome. Whole Foods. And it was like on sale, like $5 off a pound.
Blue cheese goes a long way. I mean, it's very flavorful.
You only need a little bit because it's so packed with flavor. And of course, during the egg fast, I found something like really cool in Whole Foods that I couldn't have.
I was gonna say, you always find stuff.
Yeah, when we had gone to Whole Foods, I don't remember what we had gotten, but I had found this 100% grass-fed beef jerky. Because everybody knows, like, I love my beef jerky, right? Like,
beef jerky, bars, and bacon.
It's just, like, I love beef jerky. I love, like, beef sticks and things like that. But sometimes it is really hard to find beef jerky that is, like, low in carbs. So many of the ones in the stores are, like, loaded with sugars and stuff like that. So I had found this, and it's 100% grass-fed beef jerky. And what I liked about it, it's almost impossible to read the ingredients because it's like you can look on
white
here.
White on white.
It's like white on light green. So like I need like a magnifying glass, but I did look at it. I don't even think you're going to be able to see. The ingredients are really good. It has a little bit of brown sugar in it, but here's what's good about it. First of all, 100% grass-fed. It is 0 nitrates, no nitrites. It's handcrafted, gluten-free. Listen to the nutrition on this. 1 ounce, there's 2.5 servings in this whole bag. And this is a big bag, decent. 2.5 servings, right? 60 calories, 1.5 grams of fat. It has 1 gram of carbohydrate for a serving. Wow. So if I eat the entire bag, it's only 2.5 grams of carbs and 9 grams of protein. So I wanted to try this.
Yeah. Please.
And it wasn't even expensive. I mean, again, it's grass-fed.
I hate to say that, but that's kind of a thing, too, with beef jerky. Ooh. It smells like a smoker.
But it was only like $6 for the bag.
That's actually sweet. Oh my, are you kidding? Is there really nothing extra weird in here?
Nope. Organic, it's organic certified grass-fed beef. And then it has organic brown sugar.
That brown sugar is working hard. Because it is very sweet.
And again, it's really, really, really hard to read this. And then after that, it's got a bunch of spices, some sea salt, some tomato powder, garlic powder.
Wow.
And it's like chewy. It's not like hard.
That is awesome.
So if you're in Whole Foods, look for this stuff.
How much did you say it was?
It was like $6.50 for a bag.
That's pretty good.
And again, this is a big bag.
That stuff that's like super nasty, that's like the Walmart brand. It's almost like Old Roy.
Why are you drinking seltzer water instead of coffee?
I'm surprised that you didn't say anything.
I'm just noticing now that you're not drinking coffee. How are you not drinking coffee?
It's Sunday.
Yeah, exactly.
I have had so much coffee today. They're about to put like a Starbucks sign on my forehead.
There's never too much coffee. Are you going to start your like 72 hours of no coffee, no caffeine fast?
No. I love you. I want to stay married. I don't want to go to jail. I don't want the cops to show up tonight. You want me to drink coffee, but even I have a threshold, weirdly.
Wow. I'm serious. Like, I don't think I've ever seen you not drinking coffee. We found it.
It was like, I don't know, how many cups was it? It was like 42. Isn't that the number that's like the answer to everything? 42.
So let's talk about, so this week, we opened up 4 different crate boxes.
That was very, like, last minute.
Yeah.
But interesting to me. I don't know if it was interesting to anybody else, but it was interesting to me. It just so happened that they all come at the same time.
Well, I'm enjoying because we have an entire drawer of stuff now, and it came at the perfect time because Caleb was going on his senior day.
So we were able to send.
So I was able to just give him a bunch of snacks to take with him. Mm-hmm. What was your least favorite one?
I would say, first of all, let's talk about, like, what are you looking for in a snack box? Like, What are the things that you like? I want to open up a box and see what. For us, I want to see some coupon codes. We definitely.
That to me is the most important thing. If I'm going to invest in a box, now one of the things I like about the box is I like the surprise element.
I think that you need that as an adult, don't you? There is no more like Christmas surprise.
There's not even a Christmas surprise for our kids or even for us, right? Yeah. Like, it's Christmas time. Okay, kids, what do you want? Here's $100. Here's $200. Go buy it. What has your mother always done with us? Right? Yeah. Here's the money. Go buy your presents, wrap it, and then make sure you unwrap it in front of me on Christmas so I can see what you bought me.
And I think
like that's kind of what we've done with our kids for the last like 2 or 3 years.
Because I am a cheap person. Like, let's just be honest. I'm very thrifty. But even I see that there's a need to just kind of have some levity in this. There's so much planning, and we're so concentrated on like what we're doing with this diet, right? Like, there's not a lot of room for gray. So I think the subscription box is really a fun, awesome thing that you can look forward to every month, and you know you're going to be like safe to eat this stuff, but there is a surprise. I love that, but I do want to know that if I'm going to invest money in this, that the value is going to extend past, hey, I got a lot of cool stuff. I want to know that if I like something, I'm going to be able to continue getting it at a discounted price.
Right. Because I'm the same way. I mean, for me, like I said, I like the surprise element. I also like the fact it kind of gives me like, here you go. These are some of like your cheap treats for the month. Yeah. But I know they're going to keep me keto. Mm-hmm. Even if it's something, that may elevate my blood sugar a little bit or something like that. It's not necessarily the best product ingredient. It's still not. It's not going out and eating a Hershey bar.
Right.
It's not going and buying a bag of potato chips.
Yeah.
So, and I like the fact that it's like different. And a lot of the times they are things that I would never buy. I'm never going to go and spend, $12 on something. Or I just put up our video for the Koya drinks. Mm-hmm. And like those things were awesome.
Those were crazy good.
They were incredible. I never would have tried it. But seeing it online or walking through Whole Foods, I never would have bought that. No way. So I like the fact that it gives me things that I normally wouldn't do. It's like, I remember the first time, like, you had sushi, I had taken you out to eat, and you're like, I've never had sushi, and we went to a place where they had everything and sushi.
Yes.
Right? But you would have never gone to just a sushi restaurant.
I wouldn't. I will say, I had sushi one time as a child. They were giving out free samples in a Bloomingdale's. Can you imagine the quality level of that? So when I got done eating that fish bait, I was like, no, I hate sushi. But it took, somebody kind of helping to guide you, So the subscription boxes help to kind of, stretch your comfort zone. So another thing that I'm looking for in a subscription box personally is a combination of both things that I could find, fairly easily in a local store. Right. And then also some things that would be difficult to find, things that are kind of cutting edge and just entering the market.
Yeah, that's something I really like. I want to be able to find products. Like if there's something and I really like it and then you can't get it anywhere, that's going to be frustrating. Yeah. But I like using the subscription box almost as an introduction, like a company that I'm coming out with this product, and it's like, hey, before anybody else gets to buy it, we want you guys because you guys are the ones who are supporting the keto community. Right. Right? And that's so I like that when you have that kind of thing.
We got that bar from Australia. Right. So I mean that's not something that's available in my local Publix. Right. So that feels like you're kind of a culinary adventurer to a little bit, enough that it's kind of cool. But then at the same time, you can some of these products you can start finding in the stores, and I like that too.
And for me, it's really cool when you see a product that comes out, you get it in the box that way, before you can even buy it anywhere, and then all of a sudden you start seeing it show up in the stores. One that comes to mind was the Smart Sweets. Yeah. Right? So it was really the gummy bears, and I remember we tried them, mm-hmm. right? They came, and we were like, no way, they're super expensive, I would never buy them, but I'm seeing them in Whole Foods now. Yeah. However, watch Autumn Keto. I'll put a link to this up here. She just did a video with those and did a blood glucose test, and they skyrocketed her blood glucose.
She's so authentic. And it's funny, as she's having reaction to it, wait, what's happening right now?
She's like, am I dying?
I was having the same thoughts. As she's displaying her results, I was literally saying the same thing. Wait a minute, that can't be right. You know? She was just so...
And that's why we do that once. What I mean, but I think in that video, she went from an 89 to a 149 blood glucose within 1 hour of eating the Smart Sweets.
I'm not a huge gummy bear person. I mean, we've reviewed the Smart Sweets, so it wasn't I'm not missing it. But if I was thinking about eating it, that would have...
We're starting to do that more. When something... If we get a product and we're like, ooh, this looks iffy, we're going to start trying to, not every single product, but you can look at the ingredients and ooh, that might elevate your blood sugar a little bit. I want to be introduced to products that are keto. Yes. I think over the last couple of months, I think the most frustrating thing that I saw in one of these boxes was that Atkins bar. Yeah. I don't mind giving me Milkademia, where, you can go get that at Whole Foods, or even the Smart Sweets, which you can get at or even the Epic brand of pork rinds, because a lot of people wouldn't normally go buy them try it. Because they are $2-3 a bag as opposed to $1 bag. But when you give me something like Atkins, which number one is in keto, and number two, you can literally go to any store, whether it be Walmart, Target, Publix, Kroger, any store is going to have it, and you can walk out on the street and anybody is going to know the name.
Yeah.
You know, that, I don't want to see that either. I want to see products that are specific to the low carb, like sugar-free, keto, like brand. Or not brand, but community.
Yeah.
The next thing I want to see is, I want to see like a good value.
Yes. If you feel like, okay, well, this box is $40 and you're getting exactly $40 worth of products.
Yep.
That's not great.
Yeah.
You know, so I could put that together myself.
Yes.
You know, just off of Amazon and just...
I want to see that. I want to see that I'm getting more than my money is worth. Like,
yeah.
I don't want to spend $40 for $40 for products. I want to spend $40 for $50, $60, $70 worth of products. Yeah. Where if I were to go out and buy all of this stuff, it would cost me a lot of more than $40. And then tack on the coupon codes as well. Because they're not paying for the coupon codes, let's face it.
No, that's just asking.
And again, we don't own one of these box companies, but I have a feeling that they are getting the products for them at a significant discount, if not some of them being given sometimes for free.
Oh, yeah, because it's like they want to get their product out there. The other thing is maybe some clear information on how to get to the website of these places. You know, if you're not going to give me, you know, individual information about each product.
Yeah, and we talked about that, an information card. I want an information
card of some sort. Or give me a link to your website if you don't want to use the paper. I totally get that. Not, you know, like reduce the printing charges.
The information card is really important to me.
Yeah, I like that.
Some way of knowing. I want to know, like, the nutrition information on it. I want to know, like, how much does it cost? Where can I get it? So let's talk about the different boxes.
Okay.
Okay, so let's start off with the My Keto snack box. So that's the white one that had the green writing and stuff on it?
Yes.
Okay. This was the second month that we've had one of those boxes. And I have to tell you, I'm a little disappointed with it.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you not like?
Well, first of all, it doesn't come with any informational card at all.
That's a big no-no for me.
There's no informational code, and there's no coupon codes at all.
Well, because there's no informational code.
Yep. Their website is kind of clunky. Like, it doesn't even tell you, like, what's in past crates or anything like that. So there's really no information. And it costs the same amount as the other ones. The products were all good in it. I liked everything that was in it.
But you could just start putting in keto snacks in your own Amazon account and just kind of put your own box together.
Yeah.
If that's what you're doing.
Doesn't take a lot of effort to get the coupon codes. If you and I can email a company or send them a thing on Instagram and saying, like, hey, can we have a coupon code for our subscribers? Then they can certainly do it as somebody who is promoted. They're already obviously in contact with these companies.
Yeah.
So let's move on.
Lazy.
Yeah, let's move on to Keto Crate. They redeemed themselves this month.
They had much better products.
Like, I was canceling Keto Crate.
You did toss an item.
I tossed an item, but I tossed that item because it has IMO fiber in it.
Yeah.
And I'm just not doing IMO fiber. IMO fiber is just, and there are, I mean, it's in a lot of products. And I understand that people say it's okay. But it's really come out now that IMO fiber is not, you cannot subtract that for your net carbs.
Right.
So to me, I find that misleading. Now, people are still doing it, but your body, and I put a thing up on last month, your body will digest some of that fiber, and it will have an impact on you.
And I don't think that people are
So it's not that it's bad.
Right.
But it's not the carbs that you think it is. The rest of the products are, and we're going to try that. I'm actually going to take that bar and we're going to do a glucose test on that bar. Okay. Because it's a bar, of course. Like, I got to eat a bar. But I mean, the products that were in this month were good.
Yes. So I was pleasantly surprised too to see them sort of like, don't count them out.
Yep.
The comeback kid.
I'm going to switch over to the keto box. Mm-hmm. Now, and this has nothing to do with like last month being a bad month. Everybody's got a bad month.
Yeah.
I've seen, and we've been getting Keto Crate for a while. And we've had months where, like, I feel like I got $200 worth of stuff for $40. And we've had times where I feel like, okay, well, we got a value out of it, but it wasn't high value.
Yeah.
Right? But the one thing I'm going to tell you about, like, the Keto Crate that has disappointed me is that about 3 or 4 months ago, I think they changed their shipping companies. And because always, I mean, it was like clockwork. Like, that Keto Crate was on our door by, like, the 6th of the month.
Right.
And, like, I looked forward to it. And then I started noticing it's coming later and later and later. And I contacted them, and they're like, oh, well, we changed our shipping company to save money. Well, you're saving money, the products haven't gotten better, or I haven't gotten more products, and you haven't lowered my costs. So then we had the Keto box, which is, this was the first month we've ever gotten that. Mm-hmm. But I've watched some other people who reviewed it, and their products always seem to be good. Yeah. So what did you think of that one?
I thought it was good too. They had the information card that we were looking for. They had coupon codes. Yep. And all of this stuff seemed pretty solid.
The Keto box,
they ships it
priority mail. So it's 2 to 3 days from when they ship it out.
Yeah.
I like that.
I do too. Because they're investing. They could totally be like, you'll get it when you get it.
Yep. But it had good, I mean, they both have very similar products, and I think you're going to see with the two of them, one's going to have one month, the other one's going to have one the next month. Sometimes they each have the same things, or some of the same things.
You know, this may be one of those things, you know, I'm all about saving money, and if you're like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get a snack box every single month, you do get a value if you buy multiple months ahead of time. But this may
not with all of them though.
But this may be one of those products where you're like, you know what, we're gonna do a month to month and like see how you do.
That's the other thing that I like about the Keto box, because I did look at this. If you want to cancel, Keto Crate is month to month, and unless they have changed it, and if they have, I'll put a notation here on the screen. But when I checked, the last time I had checked, you can cancel Keto Crate at any time, but you have to like email them.
Write a handwritten letter.
Right. Whereas with the other ones, you can just go online and hit cancel, and it's done.
So is it more like when you try to cancel a gym membership?
Yeah. Jump through hoops.
Goodness. I remember when they used to have, what was it, Bally's? Was that the one? Oh my goodness. You had to have like a note from your doctor and like 3 letters of reference to just cancel what you're paying for. Yeah. How about like, you need to let me out of this because I haven't been here in 6 months and I'm still paying for it.
6 months, I think that'd be pretty good. I think most people go a lot more than 6 months before they realize I'm paying $40, $50, $100 a month. Man. And I'm not going. I was talking to somebody who like works at like, you know, the UFit, the Planet Fitness places, and they're like, people go like 2 and 3 years paying $10 a month and never cancel it because they're like, it's only $10. One day I'm going to go back.
Yeah, well, that was me. I would pass. I literally paid $10 a month so I could pass and be like, there's my gym. Like, they wouldn't recognize me if I walked in there, but like, that's my gym. Like, that's my library. There's my police station. Like, this is my local Publix, and that's my gym.
I think the funny thing about them is
$10 a month to be on the
giving
roster.
out free pizza, free bagels and stuff, and people going, this is so cool. They give out free pizza and free bagels certain days a week. Do you know why?
They're working
because
against you.
They're exactly right. They're working against. This isn't about they care about you. It's that they're only charging you $10 a month. And if you keep going there, and then every week you're eating pizza or you're eating bagels, you can't ever cancel.
Right. Well, that's like when you...
That was like our old dieting strategy, right?
Yeah.
We're going to starve ourselves all week long, and every Sunday, we ate 15,000 calories.
Well, guess what? Every Monday morning, we were like...
Can't eat for the next 3 days.
Yeah, we were like worse off. Anyway.
Okay, so back to the boxes. So yeah, so between those 3 boxes, my preference at this time is the Keto box.
Yeah.
And just, again, it's just slight things. Keto Crate has disappointed me the last couple months, and I'm sure I'm going to cancel the Keto Crate, and then like all of a sudden, like I'm going to see like
awesome.
Cool stuff again.
Right.
But that's my preference right now. Then we have the Sleek Treats box,
and that's in a whole different department, just because it is not like really like sweet and savory stuff. It's mostly sweet.
Well, they do have some savory stuff in there, but it's treats.
Yes.
Whereas the other ones can be a variety of things.
Yeah, I take it back. I guess they had like some cheese type.
They do have a lot of like candy and stuff.
But it felt very like everything in that box you're taking to the movies.
Like you're not gonna find a can of like palm hearts in there.
Yeah. Right. Like, yeah, exactly. That's a good point. Yeah. You're not going to get like artichoke hearts and guacamole. And I love it. I hate to, we always were like, we're getting one and that's all we're paying for.
Yeah.
I want the Sleek Treats.
I'm contemplating like keeping 2 of them.
I want the Sleek Treats.
I want to keep the one just for our channel.
Yes.
And because, again, I like finding different products. I like seeing different products. But I like the sleek treats just because I really do like... We found some interesting... I didn't even know about the keto lollipops.
I was just thinking that. Like the keto lollipops.
Didn't even know about that.
We didn't even know about the Lakanto chocolate bar.
I knew it, but I've not tried it because it's not available.
I was unaware of that deliciousness. And for us who really try to keep dessert in check, not because like we're so awesome, it's really because we're out of control.
Well, it's good. I like it.
If we do it every night, like we're terrible.
Right.
So
I like it because we can get that, and I have a bad habit of getting something and then stockpiling it.
Yeah.
Right? And then I'm really bad because, like, I want my stockpile to last a long time. Whereas Rachel's like, you bought 50 of them. Let's eat 50 of them in the first week. Right?
Yes.
And I'm like, no, I want to have 50 of them so that I can still have some in a year. And hey, we're both wrong.
I know.
But...
It's an interesting dynamic.
I like the fact, so we get one of these boxes. You get something like that box. You have one chocolate bar.
Yeah.
We're both going to have it. So now that chocolate bar, we can't overdo it because we're going to split it.
Yeah.
But even if you're by yourself, like you have one chocolate bar, you don't have a case of chocolate bars.
Yeah.
And then next month, you get something different.
Well, and I think that is probably a really good argument for the Sleek Treat box. And honestly, all of these boxes is if you can tell yourself, my treats are coming once a month in these boxes, you're going to be a lot less likely to fall off the wagon and get into some, carb loading.
If you may be looking like, oh, I don't know if I want to spend $30 or $40, and I'm not saying you need to, but I think it's a good way to keep yourself in check. If you want to have these things, but you don't want to go out of control, like you said.
This is how many I have.
This is what I get for the month.
When
this is gone, I'm done for the month.
Yeah, because if I go to Publix or if I go to Whole Foods, they sell like keto friendly, ice cream and candy bars and all kinds of things. But if I just am allowing myself to like shop and whatever I find I get, now we're way out of control. If I do my grocery shopping and try to keep that to my legitimate meal planning for the week, and then let the snacks and the treats come through these subscription boxes, I'm going to be much more successful on the diet aspect of it, I think.
Yep. And so I think for me, in conclusion, I would say if you want a variety of things, not just treats, I would go with the keto box.
Yes.
You're not going to go wrong with either that or the keto crate.
No.
But just the keto box has impressed me. I think it's a combination of the keto box really impressing me between us ordering one and me seeing other people's like past crates. Between that and
the keto crate letting you down.
The last couple of months, the keto crate letting me down. But what really is putting the keto box over the edge is the shipping.
Yes.
I want to know, this is what I'm getting it.
I can count.
I don't want to know that, like, okay, they shipped it out and they're shipping it through DHL or some other company. I don't remember what company they're using. And then it has to get transferred from them to the post office. So, I almost spilled my drink. So, yes, it got mailed on Monday and I could get it next Monday or I could get it next Friday. And there's too much up there.
Because, again, this is adult Christmas for us.
Yes.
And I don't want you telling me, like, tomorrow's Christmas, or maybe 2 days after that, or maybe tomorrow, or maybe a week from now. Like, I'm like, no, I want my treat. And
then, so I think if you want a variety of stuff, that's a good box. If you really are looking at the box for, I just want some treats. I want some like chocolate kind of treats. I want to try something different. Sleek Treats is a great option.
It really is.
It's $35, so it's $5 cheaper than the other one.
Yeah.
You're getting some, I think interesting products.
Good stuff that you can enjoy.
And I know that, let's face it, we're a tiny YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And
we're this big.
We are tiny, right? And so just to see the service that they have reached out to us, right? They sent us a box like a little tiny company, and then they cared what we thought to say, like, can we rectify this?
So they're going to have that kind of level of customer
service is everything to
me. Every person is going to receive that like high quality treatment.
Yep, because customer service is super important to me. I mean, I literally, when my kids were little, changed pediatricians because I thought the receptionists were nasty. And I loved the doctor.
Yeah, but if you feel like...
But I said, like, I told the doctor, as a matter of fact, it turned out that that doctor, which we weren't married, didn't even know each other, and it turned out that that doctor was a husband and wife, was your mother's physician.
Yeah.
And I left them because I didn't like the front office staff.
Well, it was interesting because then, after you left, because my parents continued, keeping them as their doctor, like, he wound up having to, like, dismiss his entire, that whole front.
Customer service is everything to me. So when a company has great customer service, I will sometimes, like, overlook, like, a not as good quality product.
Yeah.
I'll pay a couple dollars more for better customer service.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like that, too.
Let's do some...
comments and questions.
Some comments and questions. I went in and looked at. First, we have our subscriber shout out of the week.
Yay!
So there were actually a lot, but this one we asked for stories.
Yes.
So this was Cheryl0756.
Welcome, Cheryl.
So she wrote, it's kind of long, but I'm going to read it. You two are the cutest. I am also so glad I found your channel. She said, I have struggled with my weight my entire life. She said, I'm 5'5". I will be 63 years old in July. At my heaviest weight, I topped out at 234 pounds. I was miserable. Everything hurt. My legs, my feet, my knees, my hands, my back. I was tired, nothing fit. I hated how I looked. In the summer of 2017, I began working out vigorously and watching everything I put in my mouth. And for months, I began busting my butt at the gym for an extremely vigorous workout, lasting for an hour a day, 5 days a week, and monitoring every bite I consumed.
Wow.
She's like, I lost a measly 4 pounds.
That will, like, drive you nuts.
She's like, I was discouraged, demotivated, and mad. I told my husband about my frustration. She shared my experience his boss was having with an unknown ketogenic diet at the time, losing 40 pounds in 2 months.
Wow.
She's like, after researching the diet on the internet, I told him I could do this because it reminded me of the Atkins diet, something that I had done years ago. I told him I didn't have to lose 40 pounds in 2 months like his boss. I just want to see some progress.
Yes.
She said he agreed to do it with me, advising he wanted to wait until after the holidays in January, and I told him, you go right ahead, but I'm starting today.
Good for you.
I haven't looked back since. To date, I reached my goal weight of 130 pounds in 2018, losing 100 total, and I fluctuate between 128 and 132 pounds.
That is incredible.
I continue to watch my macros like a hawk because I promised myself once I lost all this weight and reached my goal, I was never ever going back down that path again.
Man, I echo that. That is awesome. But I feel
you on the like never going back. I've spent my entire life. I remember as a child being made fun of. I remember entering into, we had junior high. We didn't have middle school. Entering into junior high and having to go into the store and buying 36 Husky. I don't even think they have Husky sizes anymore, but 36 Huskies. And my whole life I've been heavy. And so, yeah, when I lost the weight, I'm like, that's it. And I don't stay keto for the weight anymore, actually. I stay keto for all of the other health benefits that come with it and the feelings that I get.
No inflammatory.
But I have promised myself I will never go down. And that's why I was talking to someone the other day after a game, and they said, we were talking about his haircut. And he's like, he's got like shaved side of the head, and not a mohawk, but just like long hair on the top,
like a faux hawk.
Yeah, it's just long but pushed way back. And so we were talking, and his parents happened to be there, and they're like, yeah, and he's like, hey, it's a midlife thing, and I'm like, I'm not one to talk. I'm 48 years old. I wear super skinny jeans, leather jackets, but my thing is, I've spent my entire life being heavy.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to stay here.
Not going back.
And I'm going to wear the clothes that I couldn't wear all those years. And I'm going to feel good about myself.
I remember after I lost all my weight, I went to the doctor just to check and make sure everything was like okay, that my, sugar was okay and my cholesterol and my heart was all right.
Yeah, because you were heavy for so long.
Yeah.
And you wanted to make sure like you weren't screwed up.
It's right, exactly. And I remember the doctor saying like, oh yeah, great job. Everything looks great. But the odds are that somebody like you that's been as heavy as you've been for so long, chances are you're going to gain all this weight back and probably a great deal more. And I was like,
motivation.
yo, dude, like, we're about to go in the parking lot, you know, because I was like, no, I've been far too uncomfortable and far too sick and feeling bad about myself for long enough. And now that this is gone, it's not coming back on.
Coming back.
So I'm so proud of you, Cheryl. Like, I'm excited for you. Yep. And I hope that every single day when you look in the mirror that, you know, you may be having a bad day, or you may think like, you know, I didn't do something right in this area of my life.
You look at long term.
Maybe you had a bad like work day, you know, or you get down on yourself about something like my hair's not acting right, or, you know, I don't know, whatever it is. But that every single time you look at yourself, you remember, I have accomplished something amazing, and that over time that never diminishes for you. Because the truth of the matter is, you've lost 100 pounds. That's a lot. That is a major accomplishment in your life, and no matter how much time passes, that never diminishes. That's incredible. Like, yes, I'm so excited for you.
That's so awesome. It's so awesome.
That's awesome.
Okay, so Rhonda.
Hey, Rhonda.
She said she's considering trying either the egg fast or a beef and butter fast.
Beef and butter.
I know, and we're getting there.
Tell me more.
Do you think a 4-day egg fast would help breaking a stall? Yes. Okay. We were talking to somebody in church about this today, and my feeling is you don't have to do a week long. I think any change is good. Mm-hmm. If you're in a stall, you don't have to do an egg fast. Just do a change.
Yes.
Do no vegetables for a week. Do carnivore for a week. Mm-hmm. Do egg for a week. But just, our body is amazing. The way God designed our body, and that it can adapt to things, sometimes we need to shake it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And so your body has gotten used to giving a certain thing. That's why, like, you'll see, if you watch really good, knowledgeable workout people, really good, knowledgeable people who really know the body, they're all good, like Thomas DeLawler, even Keto Savage, like all of those guys, Jason Whitrock, they're going to tell you, change it up.
Yeah, don't have the same routine forever.
Do not keep the same routine. Don't keep your calories. Like, I'm going to eat 1,600 calories, and you just keep it there, and you keep it there, and you keep it there. Because what happens is your body's like, I can operate on this. And that's what happened with you, right? You lowered your calories down to 700 calories, and your body's like, well, this is what she's giving me. I will figure out how to operate on 700 calories.
And sometimes...
And you screw your metabolism up.
You do. And it's a hard habit to break, especially if you grew up like on family where it's like, you know, Monday's spaghetti night and Tuesday's meatloaf and Wednesday's... It's just you're used to a routine.
If you just do like a 3-day egg fast where that's all you're doing, like it'll break your stall because you're changing it up and you're telling your body like, hey, something's different.
And here's the thing too. It keeps life interesting, right? I mean, it's something fun to do also because, you know, there is, when you're starting a diet, there is a certain measure of like, wow, this is it. I'm doing this for me and I'm excited about it. And this is going to be all new, and you're shopping for those specific things. And when you have these little, okay, we're doing carnivore next week.
Yeah, it makes it interesting.
Gives you something to look forward to.
She also asked, could you trade a cheese serving for some cream in a coffee? Yes. You know, when I came up with that, we're going to eat, for every 2 eggs, we're going to eat an ounce of, or a serving of fat, and for every 3 eggs, a serving of cheese. I was trying to figure out how to fit it in our macros, but it's whatever you want to make it.
Yeah.
But the only thing I would say with an egg fast is stick to like your eggs and your fats, and if you want to add a little bit of protein in there, like some cheese and stuff like that, but don't start adding beef and vegetables and all that. That's where you're going to get yourself way off.
It's like stone soup.
Yeah. You know, you want the only reason like most people are adding cheese in is because it's going to help with calories. Otherwise, you're going to be eating so many eggs. Like, you would have had to eat 2 dozen eggs a day if you're not adding in the cheese. Because it's dense in calories.
I don't mind that.
She said she was proud of me for not eating the pizza during pizza week.
Good job.
Hate to jog. Oh, there's a cool name.
Man, that could be my middle name.
She said, please share the meringue recipe. That looked delectable. I love an egg loaf, but I feel the same as Rachel. I couldn't have as much as I wanted because they are calorie dense and I am very petite.
Yep.
That's a mental thing, which we've talked about that. But here's what I'm
gonna, the guy that gets more food.
Here's what I'm going to say about the egg loaf. It is very filling. But I noticed when I made it that week, I've made the egg loaf a bunch of times. I love the egg loaf. And I don't even usually put maple syrup on top.
He loves the egg loaf.
But it rises and then it falls. Like when you put it in and it comes out and you're like, oh, look how high that is. And then it falls like a souffle. One of the ones I made, and I think it's the one that I was actually eating when I was holding Grayson, you'll notice it didn't fall and it seemed much thicker. And I've been thinking about this and thinking about it, and the only variable was the eggs. And I feel like when we started the egg fast, we also had, in addition to the 10 dozen that we bought, we had about 5 dozen Vital Farms eggs in the house. So we used those as well.
Okay.
And the Vital Farms eggs tend to be bigger, especially than the Pete and Jerry's, which tend to be smaller. And I'm wondering if I added a couple more eggs, if that would change the loaf, which would give you more food.
Right.
But without adding a ton more calories. Because what makes that so calorie dense is the cream cheese and the butter.
Right.
You know, you're eating 800 calories in butter alone.
That sounds like a good day at the office.
And then you're adding in the cream cheese and you're adding in the eggs.
So wait, so I'm thinking you use the Vital Farms eggs
I
to
used
make
the
that
Vital
one?
Farms eggs to make that
okay.
one. And then I made it again later on in the week where that's all I ate for the day, and I used the Pete and Jerry's and it was much smaller. So I'm going to try this week. We're going to eat an egg loaf. And I'm going to try it, and I'm going to add 10 eggs. Instead of 1 to 1 to 1, I'm going to do 10 eggs to 8 to 8. And see if it changes, and I will let you guys know.
Oh, if it keeps it.
Yep, because I have a feeling that it may keep it bigger. It's going to give you more food, but only adding 140 calories to the entire loaf.
I like it. I think this is a plan. I think we need more plans like this plan.
Always got to figure out a way to get my Rachel more food. Lindsay Schruff said, it would be fun if you all opened all of the boxes in one video and then give your opinion. I thought about that.
Wow.
But
probably.
That would be a very long video. I mean, this is going to be a long video, but that would be a ridiculous...
Sorry.
We cannot keep those crate videos under 30... Listen, the reason they do end up...
Much.
It's not that we talk too much. It's we do talk too much. I know we talk too much because we like doing this. But they tend to be 25 to 30 minutes long because we want to give you the information.
Yeah.
Like, I see a lot of crate openings where people just do it and they're like, here's what's in it, move on. Here's what's in it, move on. We want you to see, like, this is what they were giving you. This is the nutrition information on it. Now, if you guys would rather us just, like, this is what's in it and move on, let us know.
And we'll do that.
I just know that when I watch them, I want to know the nutrition information because I want to know, is it worth it? Like, is that product any good?
Right.
So I myself want to see nutrition information, so that's why we give it to you. Mm-hmm. And then we pick one item to taste because, first of all, we'll be killed out of ketosis if we tried every single product in there.
An entire box.
So yeah, we did think about that. So she's like, she thinks she's got a keto crate, but thinking about changing to getting another one. May Keto Sheen, I think, is her name. I like eggs, but I don't think I could ever do an egg fast. In fact, I got sick just watching how many eggs you guys had.
Joe got sick watching how many eggs he had.
Keto Michelle said, do a beef and butter fast. I guess that's what we're going to have to do.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even know that was a thing.
She's like, I've never tried any of those fasts. We're going to have to look at that one. I could do
coffee,
beef and butter.
No way. Thank you, Keto Michelle. Yes.
Courtney H. wrote, I love it when they spell C things with a K.
Like Courtney.
That's awesome.
I like Courtney with a K.
Gail wrote, Rachel, Save-A-Lot does take credit cards, but not American Express.
I don't have an American Express, so that's good.
She's like, you two were naturals in your mukbang. You didn't seem nervous at all. Rachel was screaming at me the entire time before and the entire time after.
I was like, I can't do this. Like, I eat ugly. Like, I really eat ugly.
As I'm editing the video, she's like, do we really have to put this thing up? Please don't put this thing up. I look ugly. I'm like, no, you don't. You look great. She's like, I would be so nervous eating on camera. She was.
I was very nervous.
I can't wait for the organ meat mukbang. I promise we are doing the organ meat this week. It's just a lighter week.
Promises.
Okay. You want them all in one day.
Well, you can't eat all that in one day, so.
Yeah, we can.
That is an empty threat.
Organ meat is not high in calories. We could absolutely eat it all in one day if you can stomach it.
That would be hilarious. Like an all meal. Oh my gosh.
Only organ meat. Don't give them any ideas.
That'd be hilarious. I think we should do that.
She's like, I love chicken thighs. Always was my favorite.
That is Joe's favorite.
So glad. I used to like breasts. I've switched myself to thighs.
He's a thigh man. He used to
so
be a breast
glad.
guy.
So glad that.
I'm sorry. On chicken. On chicks.
So glad that thighs are the best choice of keto because I've not bought breasts since I was keto almost 3 years ago.
My mom was very happy about that too. She cannot stand.
She doesn't like chicken breast. Me myself though, I had about a month before starting keto bought 100 pounds of chicken breast because it was on sale for $1 a pound and had it in my freezer.
We wound up making a lot of meals for families in the neighborhood, at church, like to be like, what are we gonna do with all this chicken breast? Let's just like give it away.
She also said she eats the way I do, where she always saves something for the last bite.
That's awesome. I mean, I think it's cute, honestly. Yeah, this past week, me and my mom went to Costco, and we happened upon the Costco deal that they have where it's like just the dark meat from their rotisserie, because they use the white meat to make their chicken salad. So you go, and it was basically like 2 chickens worth of dark meat for $5.99. I mean, you really can't beat that.
No, it's when they do that, it's 4 chickens.
Is it 4?
It's 4 chickens of dark meat for $5.
But it was $5.99, and she was just like, yeah. Like, they took out the part of the chicken I don't want to eat anyway.
Yeah, they had stopped that for a while. I'm glad to see that it's back, because what they do is they take the ones that, like, once they been sitting on the shelf for a couple hours.
Yeah. They
take it, they cut it up, they refrigerate it, and then they've been selling where you get, I think, 1.5 whole chickens for $4.99 or $3.99. And I had asked him what happened to the dark meat. He's like, "Oh, we stopped that for a while." But yeah, it was 4 like of the chicken leg and the thighs.
It was a giant package. I know that.
Yeah, because you got 8 of them. You would get 8 thighs, 8 legs.
Yeah.
For $4.99.
No, it was $5.99.
Oh, it used to be $4.99.
But that was a great deal.
Okay, so then my May Keto Sheen wrote again, "I am sorry guys, but I will not buy Real Good anything products.
Yeah.
I'd rather eat chunks of frozen avocados or chunks of frozen coconut if I'm in a pinch."
That's probably smart.
She's like, "Shoot, your pizza recipe beats the pants off the Real Good pizzas."
Aw, thank you. That's really nice.
I'd rather take that $5 and spend it on a Costco rotisserie chicken.
That's hilarious because I just mentioned the Costco.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm sorry to say though, they've just come out with breakfast items, and I feel like for the sake of an experiment and the good of our viewers, if I can find it, I'm not ordering it, but if I find it, we will buy it.
No, I got one better for you. I got an email. They've come out with a sushi line. I've always thought that like the thaw and go sushi is probably not great. Like, but oh man.
Well.
Yeah, we might have to try that.
I'm sorry. I will risk a lot of things for you guys. I am not eating Real Good sushi. Frozen sushi. No, thank you.
Delicious. Tastes like Mom used to make.
A lot of people did say. We had a lot of people do comment though that they have like a chicken popper or something like that are really good.
I haven't seen those.
No, I knew they were out there. I haven't tried them or anything like that.
You're not making a lot of effort to find those guys.
I'm not impressed.
Is there literally?
It's kind of like the Nush. Like I've given up.
We're still eating that cherry one, and watch it be the most delicious bite of your life.
We'll do that one on camera.
Yeah.
So, well, that is our video for today. Hopefully, we entertained you guys with our stupidity.
Yeah. If our stupidity can be for a good cause.
So, if you like what you saw, do us a favor. Hit the like button down below.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the little bell icon. And that way, every single time we upload a new video, you'll be alerted to it. And welcome to the, I think, 75.
How about, as of
viewers.
This morning, 87 since our 500 giveaway.
Welcome. We're so excited that you're here. Thank you for just investing your time and your click to subscribe.
Make sure you check out our Instagram and our Twitter, our Facebook. We're starting to do more. I think, have figured out how to do Instagram stories.
I would just like to apologize for our Instagram stories this week, as I am trying to figure out.
We're trying to figure out how to do Instagram stories.
I'm so old.
Bear with us and check it out.
I'm so old I'm basically on like the technology spectrum Amish. So like, yeah, I'm trying to figure this out. I saw your like little chicken walking back and forth in front of the smoker, and I was like, he's so much better at this than me. But I'll figure it out.
So check all of that stuff out, and make sure you check out our website at twocrazyketos.com, where we have some recipes. We have links to all of our favorite keto products, and much more. We're going to start working on more vlogs and blogs. Like, this is a vlog. That's a blog, right?
I don't know.
So
Until next time. Bye.
Bye.